break. Alright, we're live. So welcome to another episode of our bi-weekly, TGG and Friends live. Right now, it's mostly TGG folks. A number of the East Coast guys are tired or out of town, so it might be just a few of us today. But we're going to build regardless. I was on the East Coast last week, so I didn't really get much building in. So I'm actually kind of pumped to get back to work on my resin figure kit that I'm working on. Go around the room. We have a new addition. Nate. Say hi, Nate.
Hello.
Nate's from San Diego, and he's part of the San Diego. There's a San Diego club down there that builds.
Clement, they can read. It says San Diego. And Nick, don't type your password on the camera because I saw it ask for your password.
Oh.
Your phone password, not that it actually.
Oh.
If it was your real password, I'd be like, I think you just got hacked.
So yeah, that's Nate. Mike Wine.
How's it going?
He's looks like he's heating up some clear and gonna decant.
Yeah, I'm running low on some of my clear coats, so I gotta decant some more.
So when you get to it, let me know so I can put the camera on you and you can kind of discuss what you're doing through that process.
I'll wait till after introductions. I'm almost there, so.
Okay. Next up is Dan, who's in the middle of packing his crap up. So, Dan, go ahead.
Hi. Boxes in the background.
And Dan looks like he's working on a figure kit from Volks as well.
Yeah.
You haven't cracked that thing open yet, have you?
I worked on the few parts the other night and I was going nuts. I was like, I need to work on a model. Like that. Just barely started.
Cool. And let's see here. Angel, you around? And, yeah. Oh. What are you working on, Angel?
A whole bunch of stuff. Like
Whole bunch of stuff?
Yeah,
hey, Angel's working on a figure kit. Holy crap.
I'm working on a... He's going to see I'm thinking of the cycle trial.
Huh. 3 of us are working on figure kits. What are the odds?
Right after anime.
I think Angel bought that one like years ago. It looks familiar.
Yeah, well, it's a Haman Khan. I think he wants to scratch build a giant hand for it too, right?
Yeah, I bought it years ago, but I didn't get it into this year. It's in a year in delivery.
Oh, that kind of happens with some of the recast kits. That what happens is they have an initial production run, and they'll wait for people to get enough orders for them to do another,
No, they sent it to my wrong house.
Oh, nice.
They sent it to the address I lived at 5 years ago.
So your old parents' house?
Yeah.
Does that mean that they had to ship a new one, completely new kit to you?
So, yeah, I guess we waited for a whole year to see if they got it back or whatever, and they're like, I told them, hey, it's been a year. What are you going to do? You going to send me a new one, or are you just going to say tough shit? So they sent me a new one.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
At least you got the kit.
Yeah.
So Dan's sitting there unwrapping his kit. Now, what's nice about these Volks kit, you can compare it with Angel's kit. Is Angel has nothing. It's just one color. It's one kind of cream resin color. Now, what Volks is doing is they separated out the colors for the resin. So you could theoretically just clean it up, sand it, spray it clear, and you're done. Right, Dan?
Yeah, you could. I mean, some of the box art looks like it's just kind of stuck one together. They give you ideas. So stick on the ID decals, glue it together. Yeah. And almost everything. Do a little bit of detail painting, but almost everything's the right color.
That looks pretty complex.
45 pieces.
Yeah, you.
Because their uniforms have so many little details in it. But I mean, they just tiny little bits like her eyeglasses, the red piece on her chest. The small black piece. It has some very small details.
It's pretty freaking nuts.
So yeah, some little white parts and stuff. So
Did they give you option parts for like a different head or different posers? Because mine came with option parts.
no, she's just one woman, one head.
Okay. Well, you haven't gone through to like putting it all together, so you don't know fully yet. Or have you done a parts count?
No, it was all there actually. I haven't even opened all the bags.
Yeah, I didn't discover this until I put the kit together. So I have some extra pieces.
Oh, okay.
All right, Mike.
Everything's there all the time.
Oh, sorry about that, Mike. You about ready to do your presentation?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
All right. So you want to talk it through?
Sure. So basically, I took the can of clear and I heated it in this cup of hot water here for a little while, and then what I have is my jar that I'm going to capture it, and a piece of straw. So once I've got my can warmed up, I'm going to take this at an angle to be real easy on the trigger and spray it through the straw into my clear coat in there. Then later, I'll have to let this degas because you can't use it right away. There's still gas inside the clear coat. So if you put it in your airbrush right now, it'll just blow up on you. So you got to be careful. Anybody else ever had that happen?
Clement has.
Oh yeah. So anyway, just real easy on the trigger. And it'll slowly just go down the straw and drip into the bottle. If you go too fast, it'll go back up. You gotta be careful. And once the can cools on, you can heat it up again and cross it over. But heat the can up will help spray a lot more. You'll get a lot more out of the can. Do you have anything to add on that, Clem?
His mic was causing the kickback, so I muted him.
Basically, I'm just going to let this warm up again.
Strange thing is I can't unmute him. Okay.
What's it? Can't hear you, huh? Check out your plan.
So now, there's actually quite a bit of gas still in here. You can see the bubbles floating to the surface. So if I was to use this right now, it would blow up in the airbrush. So you have to let it sit for a while. I would recommend overnight, but usually you can stir it up and kind of accelerate the process, degassing, by slowly stirring it, very slowly.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful, otherwise it'll foam up on you real quick.
What is your mug say, Mike?
Oh, it's Big Dog Dad. He who must have the remote.
I saw this awesome shirt. I think it was on BoJack Horseman where it said "World's Third Greatest Dad." I'm like, I want that shirt.
I unmuted myself, so let me know if I start, causing problems with the audio.
No, it sounds like you're alright. I couldn't unmute you before I was trying, and it's like, nope. Are you already sanding, Dan? I thought you'd at least try to stick the parts together with like blue tack to see, alright, this looks right.
No. I'm standing. What am I supposed to do?
Did you say on the Volks site, because I just went there and they pretty much let me put everything in the cart, did you say they actually didn't have the kits? The Valkyrie Crusade kits? Or
No,
I forget what it's called.
They didn't have them at Anime Expo, but I believe you can get them online.
Yeah, they're like $50. I think the Scout tank is 40.
Yeah, but they're like 5,000 yen or something, so that's not, it's about right.
Yeah.
But then you still gotta get them shipped, so.
Apparently they're in California because they charge for California tax.
Oh yeah, they're like in Torrance or something like that?
Ah.
I'm just let you do pickups.
They said they'll still charge you tax then too.
Yeah, but you wouldn't do shipping, right?
No shipping, yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. Find out for us.
If I go to Torrance, sure, and they're open on a Sunday. I can't go during weekdays. So, Clem, what are you working on now? Did you move your resin over to the gun?
Well, yeah, I had some issues with when I primed it, so there's some areas where I missed the sanding. So right now I'm just going back over. I've sanded it. I'm going back over and repriming those areas.
The club, I know you use.
It's only a few pieces. It's only a few areas that I need to reprime.
I know you use the light curing putty for like pinholes and stuff, but what do you use for just the general seams when they're kind of uneven? Like Mr. Surfacer or Clem? Hello. I don't think you can hear us. Oh, no, thanks.
Nate, are you really checking the quality of a prime with your phone light?
Yeah.
You need to get an odd light, man.
I usually do this in my office, but
There's a spot.
yep, you're right.
Yeah, don't worry out there, people. You really have to do this if you want to be at high competition level. If you notice that speck, someone else will notice that speck.
Okay, see if you can get a look at this, Terry.
1 second.
Put over here.
Oh, you're
Okay,
back. All right.
All right, now you see as I stir this, you see how quickly those bubbles are coming out. That's
Yeah,
all the gas. That's all the gas that's left in this clear coat. So you have to be real careful if you're going to stir this to kind of help it speed up the degassing process. You got to be careful not to do it too fast. Otherwise, it'll just foam up right out of the bottle.
So you're telling us if you do it too fast, it will explode?
Well, it'll just foam up really bad. It's not going to blow up on you. You know what I mean? What I mean is it's just going to make a mess.
I gotta cover our asses, Mike. If someone blows their hand off because of this, we'll warn them.
I get it. So, I mean, the easiest way to do it is just let it sit. Put a tight cap on it, let it sit for a few hours, maybe even overnight, and then it'll be okay. I mean, I tend to be a little more impatient, and I'll try to help degas it quicker, but I mean, this is really cold right now, too. The liquid that actually is in here is very cold. If I wanted to speed it up, too, I could also warm this up now, and it would also help degas it even faster.
How does it taste?
Delicious.
Like candy, drink more.
Like 100% isopropyl.
I know what it smells like in here. It smells awesome.
I'm gonna get you high.
Most things associated with modeling mess with your brain in some way.
Yeah.
This is my first figure kit I'm building, and I'm just kind of working on these pieces like in the abstract. That's just like another piece. And at some point, I'll turn the piece around like this, and I'll just be like, Oh, wow. It's going to catch me by surprise.
What, seam line or mold lines?
No, anatomy.
Oh,
Big rack.
I'll be like, I'll focus on some talent, I'll turn around, I'm like, oh, jeez, you know.
Dan spoken like a true 15-year-old.
It's my first time.
Which strangely all the Gundam chicks are Gundam. I'm sorry. Ava chicks are like what 14, 15, and they're all come in full stack supermodels. Like, all right, Japan, all right. I didn't when I was going through Volks, I didn't see those kits on there, so maybe they're just not featured, or their site is as hard to navigate as it seems.
Site's kind of hard to navigate.
Yeah, it is.
You have to
Like
go,
I had to go all the way to the bottom, and then oh hey look, the thing I'm looking for, and that's how I found like the shop.
yeah, you
It
have
wasn't
to
even
find
like a
the
shop
cards
link.
and stuff.
It's also funny when you type in Volks in any kind of search, it's like you mean Volkswagen, so we pulled that up for you. No, I don't.
You don't want to buy German and find German engineering built in Mexico?
No.
Oh, Japanese engineering built in China. Okay, I gotta go grab some food. We ordered a pizza, but it just got here. We thought it was gonna be here like half an hour ago. So, we'll be back in a few minutes.
You're off the team, Dan.
Sounds so disappointed, right?
He'll be fine.
I don't think he was, really.
Switching from one figure builder to another. So, one of the things I did for this kit is instead of the traditional pinning method, I used, let's see if you can see that. If I turn it with the correct light, you can see that there's a magnet in here. So, I just put magnets along the other corresponding pieces, and since it's close enough, it just fits. It snaps right in there and holds fairly decently. Right now, there's two magnets here. There's one right here and one right there, and two corresponding magnets, and it just goes together fairly easily. Now, I didn't really, mean to pin the arms like this, but what I wanted to do actually was, since this kit actually came with optional parts, you see that she has 3 holsters. So what I can do is, let me get her holster pieces out. So she has this backpack, or this back part of her holster. This kind of goes here, like so. Oops. Well, so you have her holster that's like this. I put a magnet in here, so what I could do is just snap in the correct holster when I want to.
Of course, when you're using magnets too, you got to be careful. You got to make sure you have them installed in the right direction.
Yeah, polarity makes a difference.
Otherwise, yeah, your parts won't stick. They'll actually push away from it.
Did you learn that the hard way too, Mike?
No, I'm just making a point.
So, what you can see here is with her holster, or her, I guess her rig, I could swap out her holsters to whatever holsters I want to display. And it makes for pretty easy swapping. So I could fully utilize all the parts of this kit. At least I thought that was how the holster. Yeah, this goes here. Yeah. So there's one holster that kind of should be permanent, and this one swaps out. So I could take this one off, and swap it out with the other holster. So what it is one holster has her gun holstered in here, this one, and this one has it with an empty holster, so she's holding on to 2 guns versus holding on to 1 gun. So depending on how I want her displayed, I could use this like so. And the magnets are pretty helpful for, you know, if I need to travel with this kit, I could, you know, easily separate it out. Pinning would work as well, but for this area, I pin this here. But sometimes some of these areas are hard to get the correct pin alignment, so I think the magnet here worked best. Now what I'm doing is just wet sanding the kit. So if you compare the 2 pieces, this looks a little shinier than this. This is just straight primed, and since I'm going to go ahead and paint on here next, I'm taking a very, very high grit sanding sheet, and I'm just wiping down the parts like so. And this preps the surface for a very, very smooth paint job. Now, usually a lot of car modelers will do this so that, you know, to prep the surface so that you'll get a very, very shiny, you know, glossy paint. Your paint always builds on whatever the layer that exists below it. So if you have like a rough layer, you're gonna build upon that rough layer with, you know, more rough paint, because it just builds upon that. But if you have a very, very smooth layer, you're gonna have smoother paint. Hopefully that sort of makes sense out there. Anyone check on Nate, see if he's still alive?
I'm here.
He just went away from his desk.
Frantically changing his phone code.
No, actually, Nate went to go smoke.
Smoke is bad. Okay.
Funny because it's true.
Cheers.
Gave away his password early. He's got to go. Oops.
And again, with what Dan was saying earlier, you know, you're working on a figure kit. It's hard to not to, you know, I'm sanding your leg. It's hard not to be a total creeper about this. Ooh, butt cheek. I wonder if female modelers that build resin figures get this much pleasure out of, you know, wet sanding as the males. You sure?
They don't make male kits.
Yeah, they do.
I know.
I have one in my kit, in my display case.
Yeah, I know. You never worked on it. It's sat there for 6 years now.
Has it been 6 years?
You pinned him like the minute you got him, and he's been sitting there for 6 years. And every year I ask you ever gonna do that? If not, just give me it. And you say, I'm probably going to do it this year. Every year.
I don't say I'm probably going to do it. I say maybe.
No, 1 year you said, I'll probably do it.
Eventually I'll get to it.
Get some magnets and stick some boobs on it until you're done building it, and you take them off.
That torso is way too big for that to fix it.
It would look pretty cool with boobs, though. I will admit. But again, what's really nice about these Volks kit is the color separation, you know, for the parts. Makes it so that I don't have to mask as much. So usually this torso piece would be, you know, somewhere in here, and this would be cast as one whole piece. So what you end up doing is you have to, you know, paint the skin part, mask it off, and paint the upper torso. And sometimes they're even more complex where, you know, there's different clothing items. So you have to mask, and eventually you get down to about 7 layers of masking, which is kind of a pain in the ass because each time you peel off the mask, you risk, pulling off paint, and that's all that work that you did masking. You have to redo because you stripped the paint accidentally.
A good way to prevent that, though, too, is to make sure that your resin is clean. You can't just take it straight out of the box and build it.
Yeah, I've had that. I've soaked some kits in resin before. Or I'm sorry, I've soaked some. That didn't make sense. I soaked some resin kits in purple powder overnight, and when I went to go prime it, paint it, I was still getting paint stripping off of it. I ended up having to run it in my ultrasonic cleaner in a tub of Mr. Color thinner to kind of scrub it to get rid of all that mold release. It's the mold release that's keeping the paint from sticking onto the surface. And that was a pain in the ass. I had to redo that about 4 times. It sucked.
That's one of the challenges with resin.
First world modeling problems.
We'll focus on Nate. See what he's working on. Bug him. He's a new guy.
Nate muted it. He went away.
Oh no, I just heard a neighbor's dog.
That didn't take very long.
I heard my name.
Here tomorrow.
So what kit are you working on, Nate? I can't tell by the legs. It's probably
GM.
Their legs are all the friggin' same.
Yeah.
I'd also like to correct something I said 2 weeks ago when I said the Fennis Rosetta's legs are shitty. No, you just really, really have to pop them in the socket and you hear a pop noise, and that's how you know it's actually set. It doesn't just fall off. It's just really difficult to get it to set.
Okay.
Those Gundam guys is
Error at that point.
What, Mike?
They said it was operator error. It wasn't that the kit was.
Well, when you push it and it doesn't have any more give, you're like, well, that's weird. How come it doesn't? Its legs are crappy, and then you sit there and you go, it's a transforming kit. Maybe that's why its legs are crappy, because you think back to like Zeta 1.0 and like the Kyrios no grade. And no, you just have to keep pretty much turning until it kind of pops in. But I still don't care for the kit, so I've never been a fan of wing chassis kits. I don't know, they just don't look right to me.
Everyone watching the chat, well, I mean, there's not much. There's 8 people watching, but not many people chatting. But
I'm watching it, but there's
Someone mentioned putting the name of the kit we're working on the display bar, which I just did. Not saying that everyone should, but some of us with ADD and their model kits, like Angel, there's 2 billion kits on his workbench. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to switch between them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick, what are you building? I'm all blah 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 about GM, and I don't think you even answered the question.
Oh, it is a GM.
Which one?
Which one?
Yeah.
I don't know. Now they're all mixed up.
Ah, jeez.
They're all the same except for like the backpack.
They're not the same.
They're
God
not.
damn it! I will kill you next time I see you.
The
I think this
basic one
one's,
is the same, but not like space version, etc. They get bigger or bulkier in one way or another.
There's the Quell, there's the Cold Districts, there's the...
Yeah, I think this one's the Cold District.
Yeah, I like the Cold
I
Districts.
think so.
Cold Districts is actually one of my favorite suits to play with that battle operation. I love playing that thing. It's got this machine gun that runs around and just rapes people. It's awesome. So, what are you building that for, Nate?
your guys' competition in November.
Standalone piece, or are you putting a diorama piece together?
Yeah, it's one of the players in the diorama piece.
Oh, wow. That wasn't
Yeah.
meant to be sarcastic. I was just saying, oh, it's cool. I mean, it sounded sarcastic because, you're kind of a douche, but...
Oh,
You only
Black
speak the truth.
kettle, black.
yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Terry. You just mouthed.
Hey, someone had questions about. They sent us email in with a few pictures about some parts and seam lines and stuff.
Ooh, all right. Someone focus on Angel.
Angel, make sure you don't have anything in your picture you don't want to be seen
Okay.
It's actually,
before I switch it over.
yeah, that's fine.
So put away all your porn.
He actually came to our build gathering, and this question was sent to me, asking about general construction and painting. Angel can answer this. Make him talk.
Okay.
Well, for me, I mean, his question is like the natural, the seam line that's there, not the seam line, but the panel line. He says he puts glue in it and the ooze comes through and mucks it up. Well, for that, I wouldn't even put glue in that panel line. I would just put glue on the upper part where it needs to be taken care of.
You mean the part which should be gray on that kit because it looks like it's an inner frame
This
part,
part right
right? Yeah, it should be gray, but
Yeah.
casting.
I would just glue this right here and just leave this. Maybe clean that little mold line there.
I also answered him saying that if he does do like if you put it over that top of that area, you might have some plastic ooze that kind of seeps down to the top part of where that that natural seam is.
Right here, like yeah.
Yeah, and you can use like scribing tools like the BMC scribers, or even the Hasegawa saws to clean up some of that excess. But for something that big of a space, I would recommend like the BMC scriber, or even like some fine jeweler's what's it called files, correct.
Or if you want to take it like a step further, you can just cut this off and put a little peg and use a PC part. I think Dan talked about it before. Is if you take a part from a tree, it fits right into a PC part. Right, Dan?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can probably just cut it along this, put some putty on both ends, and then use the peg and the PC part. And that way you get rotation right here, too.
Another thing would be, honestly, that part's going to be so buried under the hip armor, probably not even going to show. I might even consider not fixing it. Or fixing it with the cheater kind of method where you get a little thin strip of plastic and you kind of glue it to one side so it covers the other side and it looks like just kind of some added detailing and it basically covers the seam. So, seeing that's not a very visible part of the kit, I would consider even kind of cheating on it. Unless you're going to put it in a way where it's going to show.
And then there was another question about the part separation. I think I understood the question here is like, yeah, paint it separately and then put it together. It's already separate, separated well enough. I don't think you need to do any kind of masking.
Yeah, I think if a part's that easy to install on top of another piece, I mean, why not paint it first?
Yeah.
If it's underneath something that you have to, mask it later on, I mean, that I guess that makes that necessary. But if it's something like snapping on that vent there or the top of the foot, I would paint it first. There's no reason why you necessarily need to mask that off.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what he was saying too. It's just, I guess, I don't know what you were just trying to make sure or something.
Yeah, it kind of seemed like you already knew the answer to the question. It's like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's keep them separate and paint them, but.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he's just asking how we would do it. I mean, I guess it's personal preference, really. But for ease of assembly, I think it's easier to paint those two pieces first. I mean,
yeah, that's what
I'm discovering a lot. This is the kit I'm building now is an older master grade, and And there's a lot that I have to mask off because they just didn't cover up the seam lines like they do with a lot of the newer kits. Stuff that I got to build first, and then paint first, and then assemble around that, mask it off. It's just, I guess it depends on the kit you're buying or you're building. I mean, you know.
You want to switch over to Mike so you can show what he's talking about?
I don't have anything in my hand right at the moment.
Oh, I thought you were showing something.
Oh, no, it's okay. I can go grab a part. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Guys hear crickets?
That was like
Okay.
a squeak of a mic. Since George isn't here, I can't really blame it on him.
Then George.
No, we can blame it on George.
Yeah, you know it's George's fault.
Blame it on the George.
Come back to me, Terry, if you want now. I've got something to
I don't know, Mike. I'm shy. There you go.
Okay, I'm going to try to show this as best possible. Inside there is some details that I wanted painted inside. I don't know if you can see that.
When it's done,
Say again?
can you actually see those details when it's actually assembled?
Yeah, because if you were going to put this in flight mode, you wouldn't see these. But with this conversion, it's never going to be in flight mode. So these are always going to be open like this on the top. I mean, there's a little bit of something that's going to go right in this door section here. But these will be exposed on top. So I had to paint all that interior stuff first because there was a huge seam line right here and back here. So I had to paint all that first, then put this together, you know, fix my seam lines, mask all this off inside, and then paint the outside of it. So it was kind of a pain in the butt, but, you know, now with this piece here, the cone piece, I painted that separate and then just stuck it on later because, you know, why mask this off, try to mask off a curved line and everything like that, you know what I mean? You could just paint it and stick it on. So this is actually ready for decals and panel lining. So, but that's an example of something that I had to deal with the XS is some things you have to paint first and some things you don't. So, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense.
That's
And you know what? Everyone has different build preferences, so I mean, it's good to see how everyone else, you know, tries to approach the same problem.
Yeah, and most of the builds I've seen of that kit, of this kit that I'm doing, most of them have just been painted with just a straight color, or whatever blue or whatever color. You know, there was nothing interesting with the inside of it. But after seeing all those little panel line details in there, I wanted to be able to show those off a little bit. So if anybody does look into it, that was my reason for it. I just didn't want to paint
Attention
it.
to detail. That's why you win, Mike. This is why you win.
Mike made sure to put all the antennas on the effing ant on his diorama. Real scale ants.
They're small, but they're there. You gotta look for them.
Yep. See, the sad thing is they're scaled to actual scale of the model, so it's smaller than an actual ant would be on the kit.
Right. Somebody thought it was a speck of dust and went to blow it off, and I told them not to.
That's why the judges picked you. I could see the ants.
What are you doing? Getting rid of all my ants.
That's how you young guys. We have to look forward to the Optivisor.
Wait, I have to put it on you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What?
Yeah, good thing you're already married, dude.
Wow.
He's gone full on detail.
Got full retard.
You're putting that on just so you magnify the anatomy you discovered earlier, you 15-year-old.
Wow. Wow.
Ooh, those curves.
No, it's just because, it started about 2 years ago, and I just was having a hard time focusing, and at first I thought there was not enough light. I kept putting more lights and more lights and more lights. I finally realized, like, no, my eyes are going. So it happens to most people as they approach 40 and 41. So that's got to the point where...
You're past 40.
I'm 41.
Oh,
So, but yeah, I mean, you probably can't see it on the camera, but there's little seam lines, mold lines on here, and I'm trying to remove them, and it's just, I can kind of see them, but with the Optivisor, I can just see them like 10 times more clearly. It's a lot easier to work with it. I'm not straining my eyes or having to hold it this far away from me because I like to work with the model like right here. And, this is like my comfortable working distance right here. And now at this age, I can't see diddly squat. I cannot focus my eyes from that distance. So I got to get one of these Optivisors, flip it down, and I can work at that distance again. And it's also magnified, so it's larger.
Maybe you should give up modeling.
Ah, yeah, right.
It's my one toy in life. Well, maybe not.
Here's something I just picked up too. I'm going to bring it to the next build gathering. So anybody who's
Not on
interested,
you, Mike.
I know.
It is now. What the hell is that?
Oh, is that? No, never mind. That's not me.
This is a really cool scratch build or book on scratch
Push it away
building.
from the camera a bit.
Wait, does this mean you're gonna start
There you
scratch
go.
building?
Well, yeah, I think I need to. What I like the most about this book is that the kit that I was going to do any of this kind of plastic, modifications and adding panel lines or whatever, or adding plastic plates to the armor, was actually the Jesta. That's what I was going to do it on, and they actually the book is primarily on the Jesta, but it basically takes through from if you were a beginner to advanced, all the way through the book, teaching you a bunch of different techniques on how to.
But Dan's was free.
True. But Dan's more interested in seeing this book too, so.
Well, I got a few boxes of bits. If you want to peruse those now.
Yeah. So anyway, it was worth it. It was kind of pricey, but I got it out of a place in Florida. It's the only place I could find sold it, and
it's in English, right?
yes, it's well worth it. Now the other ones that you can find the screenshots of online are all in Japanese or whatever. This is in English, so anything you want to see in here, I mean, it's really awesome. And then at the end of the book, they've got a lot of their illustrations of all of their projects that this build group has done with plastic modification and scratch building and all that stuff. So it's pretty friggin' awesome. I like it.
What's the name of it?
It's called Scratch Built Revolution.
Who's the company that makes it? Who makes it?
They're from Singapore, right?
Blue Tech, it's a hobby mate, my shop, or www.myhmshop.com. So hobbymate.com. Airbrush and accessories. Blue Tech Studios. They're out of Florida, and they publish the book and they sell it. So this was actually Dan when Dan was featured on the that what was that other
FSM?
Gunpla Talk.
Yeah, the Gunpla Talk. They talked about this book, and that's what gave me the idea to get it. So
oh,
it was worth it.
This just in, advertisers, Mike Wine, you could get his attention.
Mike Wine won't buy anything.
Really?
I got a bridge to sell.
Sometimes I do.
I'm surprised he hasn't bought the space knife yet.
Yeah.
I do pay attention to what people tell me, and how to be a better modeler. So.
I know your breath's still pretty bad.
What?
They caught him off guard.
What? It's so funny, Dan. My God.
You're all, I pay attention to what people tell me, and I'm like, I don't know, your breast's still pretty bad.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
Not
anymore. I just spent a ton of money at the dentist.
Yeah, slow down, Mike. You're getting obnoxious. We're never gonna be able to beat you again.
Oh, come on. I got nobody to blame but you.
Usually I gotta, only worry about, trying to beat the Asian modelers, and now it's like, I can't even beat Mike. Forget it.
Well, just pop Mike's car's tires. It'll be fine. We at least sabotage him. I can't sabotage
so I don't make it. Yeah, so I don't make it.
Right, we'll just Nancy Kerrigan his ass. We'll break his finger.
Break his finger. Go and snap an airbrush.
Filled now, mother effer.
Yeah, right.
Filled with your feet.
I'll sit there in a corner and cry, going, "Why? Why me?" No.
Are we talking how good that Grimoire looks?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's tough competition right there.
Well, it's be nice, people.
Oh, it is. It's a very good diorama. I like it. I even told Nate that. I thought it was nice. Didn't say I didn't think it would be mine, but I did say it was nice.
Now it's just awkward.
Yeah, you know who's not here? We need to talk to, and that's Tim Hart.
Those East Coasters.
Later on.
They don't want to be here.
Yeah, he's building in secret now. He doesn't want anybody to see it.
Told you it was going to go balls out.
It's not like anybody else can do anything about it right now. Everybody, all the other competitions are done except the online.
Here at Comic-Con.
There's an online bit to it, right?
That's what I just said.
Okay.
The only one that's left is the Comic-Con, and he's going to that, and the online. That's really the only one left. So.
That and Nancy Kerrigan.
But you understand what I mean. It's not like anybody can go and change what they're doing right now. It's done. I can't change my entry.
We're going to go to Vegas and find out what the odds are.
Clement already told us what happens when you try to change your entry.
I changed my entry because I was told it was highly recommended for me to change my entry. I'm like,
that's kind of jacked up, though, too.
Yeah. See how that turned out.
That was Nancy Kerrigan your ass right there. That's what that was. Sabotage.
It doesn't bother me. The whole contest is a marketing thing anyway. So, I mean, I actually I'd love to compete in that they have the GWBC in Hong Kong. I'd love to compete in that.
Go to the actual Hong Kong one?
No, there was like 1,000 entries or something like that.
You talking about their regional?
Yeah, the Hong Kong.
Right.
But America's not good enough for you?
No.
What's your
okay. You compete here. You're competing against 20 kids, versus you compete. You go to Hong Kong or you go to like Singapore or something like that. There's hundreds and maybe even close to 1,000 kits.
What Clem is saying is there's blood on the line. In those countries, they actually kill people when they lose.
It's like Colombia. If you score on yourself, you just get killed.
Right.
The ancient
We got the reference.
And
No,
you
I
go too.
Is Hong Kong the most competitive one? How about like Japan?
No, Hong Kong is just. I'm using Hong Kong as an example because they had their competition last week, I think, or this past weekend, so it's fresh in the mind. But any of those countries where they have their one location where they have the competition, it's. I mean, I understand. It's fair. It makes it easier for us to, as a country, to compete when we have these prelims as our regional qualifier. But then to do imagine if everyone had to show up at one location, and there's hundreds of model kits competing at one location at the same time. How cool is that?
It would suck to judge.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it would suck to judge that.
Yeah, then it make judging a lot more interesting, right? Imagine how they judge at those events where there's hundreds of kits.
Yeah, Ontario judging. Speed judge.
What was that?
Don't hate.
Did you guys go?
Yeah.
How was it?
Oh, I went. No one else went. I got bailed on by everyone, but I don't. It doesn't matter.
I went 2 years ago. So.
It was all right. I mean, it is what it is.
It's,
But,
I
had fun. I get to eat by myself. I just hang out by myself. Go to a hobby shop by myself. It was pretty cool.
They do it young.
What?
Way to make it awkward.
No, I was complaining to multiple numbers of you. Well, I mean, it was last minute, so I didn't care. I was just.
Oh, so Angel's the one that.
Guys. Ooh, Nate looks like he's scratch building something. What is that you're doing, Nate?
Putting like this netting on this PG Astray.
Points off. Astray. I only accept some model of RX, some Xeon kit.
Now you're making him shake. He can't even put the netting. Why are you putting the netting there? Shouldn't it be on the bottom? Oh no! Don't do that. Oh,
Don't do it. It's a deduction.
He's not gonna know what to do.
He's on camera. He's being broadcasted, and we're messing with him.
It pissed me off.
Did you cut your finger?
Yep.
Damn, you're screwed.
Don't worry, you'll build a callus up soon. I think during the nightmare, I think I cut myself like 4 times, but no blood came out. So
It's from cutting the end of a bottle of epoxy with a hobby knife.
Wow, what did we learn
yeah,
now?
I've had that happen.
No kidding, huh?
Anyone watching the broadcast to see if there was any questions? No, there's no questions.
What pisses me off about this PG Astray, I don't know if you guys can see it, but the MG, the back shoulder piece is separated from the interior part, so you can actually paint the fucker, all the details. Oops, sorry, this is PG-13. But now it's
That's it, Nate. Deduction.
Close, Nate.
Nate's gonna get ejected.
He's like, you see it? You see it? You see the part? I look apart.
I give up. That's it. I'm out of here.
He's holding it above the camera.
Trial by fire, Nate. Trial by fire. Lower.
Bullshit.
Lower.
Lower.
Look at the screen.
A random off Gundam topic. Hey, Angel. I'm muted.
Yeah.
Did you see John Cena get Tiger kneed in the face and get his nose broken?
Wrestling? Really?
Yeah.
Okay, coming from a bunch of guys playing with plastic toys, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, at least we admit it's not real. We're not like, no, this is a real woman.
I don't ever say it's
really
real.
touching her business.
I'm saying a broken nose is real.
Nate's going old school and cutting himself with a razor blade, so they're kind of have something in common.
Let's get Nate a statement.
That is good.
That's
Holy
pretty good.
shit. Alright, that's the next bill gathering. We're all staging a fight.
So, Brett the Hitman Hart and China and somebody else was at Frank and Sons this past weekend.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
China?
Kurt Angle.
Oh, that's it.
I
Kurt
know
Angle,
because
that's
I saw someone post about it, and I'm like, Frank's is already hard enough to get into without celebrities there.
Angel repositioned himself. What are you doing now, Angel? You gotta start
Walking away.
I'll put the timer down on the leg here.
Now we're looking at Angel's feet. Awesome.
It should be in 3D. That would have been awesome.
It'd be kind of frightening what that would be.
Yeah, there's a little knock right there on her leg, though. Just,
Pinholes?
I did some light on it and to time it down and see what it looks like after prime.
Cool.
All right, I heard that, Nate. Was that your potty mouth again?
Yeah, someone's swearing. Let's go see what they're doing.
It's gotta be Nate.
It is.
Okay, potty mouth, Nate. So what kind of mesh is that? Is this like nylon?
Plastic, I guess. It's for that cross-stitching stuff.
You're a knitter too?
No. I was asking Nick if he pointers at the last build gathering.
Don't touch the sides. Oh, too late. Came right off.
Nate's gonna need a cigarette pretty soon.
Yeah, you might have to actually, if you're using plastic cement, you might actually have to use super glue for what you're trying to do. But the way it just kind of falls off.
No, I'm just trying to measure it right now. I'm not gluing anything. I still gotta dig this part out.
There is this magical invention that just came out last week called a tape measure or a ruler. That might help.
Yes.
Oh, there it is.
Poor Nate. He's never gonna come back to this chat. Oh, never mind. He will. We can't get rid of him.
Yeah, he likes to get beat down a little. He'll be back. I have to continue crapping on his modeling skills like I'm doing anything at all progressive, just to make myself look better.
Alright. Angel's
I'll just try for a little bit and then I'll be alright.
Oh, sexy, sexy. So is that leg permanently attached to that body, Angel? He has himself muted. That's cute.
Yes, it is.
Attached.
See?
It's all one.
Oh, masking hell.
Yeah.
Have fun with that.
Yeah.
Make sure you point her ass at the screen for Dan because he likes the proportions. Dan, see there. Oh, never mind. I was right. Even Gundam women come with supermodel bodies.
I actually had to sand her boobs down because they were really pointy.
Actually,
recast.
Honestly, I was like, wow, these are kind of, yeah, you poke your eye out.
Kind of what?
Eye poking?
Oh.
I considered the same thing on mine. Just a little, just a...
He means they're ice cutters.
No, it's just cold in the room.
No, it's not like anatomical, it's just kind of pointy, I don't know. Yeah, anyway, la 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 la.
We're working on figure kits and we're a bunch of men, so...
Not getting creepy at all.
No, I don't think so.
Perfectly healthy. Nothing wrong with it.
Never mind. Clem has a resin kit where they crafted the bean.
Yes, they did.
So, you know. Resin, what is it? I got nothing. My brain's drawing a blank here. The people that make the resin models are really upping their game, but nobody asked them to up their game that much.
Maybe I should have left this.
Someone spooked Mike. He looks like he's something really detailed. Don't screw up, Mike!
Just appreciating right now.
Mike, if you miss that spot, it's not gonna be a good kid.
No,
Don't do it.
no,
Don't do it.
no, not there, Mike. No, too late.
That was intentional.
Hey, Mike, it's a conversion kit, so you can't enter it in World Cup, so it doesn't matter. Do whatever you want.
I can still enter it in our cup.
No, we don't have a trip to Japan. It doesn't matter.
Well, I hope so. My wife said,
Are you gonna save that for next year then?
huh?
Are you gonna save it for next year, since you've already got your diorama to enter this year?
Save what for next year? This?
Yeah.
No, what are you talking about? Which
Go back to painting. Forget it.
All right. No, I said my wife was saying she would, if I did go, she would rather I took my daughter than her because she likes all the anime shit anyway.
Now that you put it that way.
No, I know it's a short trip, so
Well, add a couple days.
it's not a big deal, but we'll see. If that commission comes through, I'm going to be busy anyway. So
I thought that was a done deal.
what was that? I can't hear you.
I thought that was agreed upon already. Or is it just you're waiting for the kit to show up?
No, I've already agreed. Yeah, it's just got to come in now. It comes in August, September, October. I don't know yet.
You know the best part of going to Japan during Christmas time?
That's part of what?
Going to Japan during Christmas time is hearing them sing Christmas carols in English.
I didn't hear that. What was that?
Singing Christmas
Hearing them
in English.
Christmas
Yeah.
carols in English.
Christmas carols, huh?
Yeah, it's
I think that's when I'm planning my my Japan trip. I got to go in the winter for that.
bad English Christmas carols. It's great.
Hey, they're trying. They have heart.
Rah, rah.
Yeah, it's just
Rah, 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 rah.
wow.
Those Gundam guys.
This isn't racist at all.
We don't really have a Japanese friend to be like, so he doesn't care. Like that justifies anything at all.
That's what we
Bad
need.
English and all.
Yeah. Let's stick to making fun of Chinese people.
Wait, I'm the only one.
You have to make sure Clem heads it up though. Then it's okay.
It's not okay. I'm offended.
It's not okay.
Nate hasn't made any progress.
I
Nope.
have not.
At least you're not showing my screen of nothingness. I haven't done jack.
Better get cracking, Terry.
Yeah, Terry.
No, I'm gonna go bug Clem later this week. I'll talk like he's not here because I got 5 kits that need to prime up.
Other kids.
Worry about priming one kit. Oh, I know what 5 kits you're doing.
Yeah.
All right.
I have to repair one of them where I had a little bit to drink, and then I decided it would be a good time now to do some scribing into these kits. Those lines aren't straight at all.
Oh, the
sounds like Dan was working with you.
the mocks.
Even when I'm drunk, I scribe straight lines. What are you talking about?
And these are rounded where I'm trying to draw straight lines like an idiot. I'm just gonna patch it up and then just mask it for the pattern.
Talking about the mocks.
Yeah. If I'm gonna enter anything on my own for the show that isn't the diorama, it's either my double X, which I need to build, or I need to put work into this O, or a high new.
I'm waiting for Angel to start working on his diorama.
Yeah, Angel.
Angel.
Angel's gonna go last minute.
I'm working on it.
I think it's cheating if you put your the Neo Zeon on just a platform in the middle of the base. That's not fair.
1 hour more after all.
He's gonna bring the Nightingale.
Yes.
Oh my God, we got invaded by an East Coaster. All right, let's focus on Tim for a little bit and make him feel welcome. Screw you, Tim. Oh wait, hey, what's up, Tim?
Shut up, asshole.
Hey, we're broadcasting to like kids, right?
What?
This is family friendly.
I don't give a
Tim?
shit.
So you need to say class hole and crap.
Tim's on the East Coast, so he's we kind of forgive him for that.
I'm unruly.
I thought you were done with your base. That looks
No,
like your
man.
base.
Nah, dude, it's still working.
Oh, okay.
Still a work in progress.
You better hurry. You only have till October.
Yeah, I got 2 months. Plenty of time to beat your ass.
Yeah, someone's got. Oh, I love this.
I'm just kidding, Mike. I love you, buddy.
Yeah. All things considered, though, I think
right now.
seriously though, it's probably going to be between you and me.
Oh, yeah. I
I'll laugh
think
my
so.
ass off if someone else comes along and beats both of you.
Well, you wouldn't be the only one, Dan. I would probably laugh my ass off, too.
What was that?
I'll say I laugh my ass off if someone comes along and beats both of you.
Yeah, wouldn't that be?
You know, some unknown web submission or some jerk off from New York Comic Con or something.
Right.
Isn't that you?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say I'm completely unknown.
Yeah, but you are a jerk.
What did you say?
I said you are a jerk off.
Well, I didn't deny that.
You're no jerk off. You're a jerk off with a reputation.
There you go. That's what I like to hear. I love you guys.
You feeling better, Tim?
It's good to have you back.
Man.
You're talking with that raspy voice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still feeling it. I still got a cough and I get tired real easy, but yeah, I mean, for the most part, I'm out of the woods as far as the real nasty stuff goes. I was down for the count for like a good 2 weeks with bronchitis.
So how's your body handling the prescription to AZT?
Well, progressing. Rather well, today. And I should be done with the transformation inside of 3 months, the doctor said. And then after that, it's surgery.
So what are we going to call you?
I don't know.
You on a magazine cover? Call me. Whatever.
Hey, at least I know all of you will download my centerfold.
Diane Sawyer.
So did you guys see the entries to Otakon?
Yes.
What are our thoughts?
On the diorama?
I think it's gonna beat Mike's.
What's that?
I think it looks good. I think it's gonna beat Mike's.
What, the grimoire?
That means it's going to be Tim's then too, because. Oh, see, now I put him into a coughing fit.
Yeah, well, you'll hear that every few minutes. Trust me.
If the grimoire beats me, then that means it's going to be Tim's too, because
Yeah.
I would beat Tim.
All I want to see is
There he goes.
a parking lot knife fight between Tim and Mike because Tim wins Comic Con.
He's gonna fucking shank me at SCGMC.
I could sell popcorn. We'll make more.
We're gonna build a ring in the middle of the auditorium.
2 men enter, 1 man leave.
Yeah, what is
Technically,
it?
isn't that when we find out about who goes? is
No,
about November. And
it was later.
I mean, I think I found out at SMGMC.
They didn't tell me last year. Freaking mid-December. So waiting.
I have to admit, though, if it would be kind of cool if we were both, obviously we're both going to be there. I think it would be cool if it was like one of us that got, the nod, to have us both there. I think it would be really cool if Xavier, pulled that out just to, it would be neat. Just saying. So you guys need to pass that along to X, and you need to make it happen.
Xavier.
Yeah. If he's watching, X, make it happen, brother.
No, I was bugging him last year. Like, okay, I thought maybe they're holding out to talk about it at the contest.
Yeah.
And it came and went, and I'm like, so when are you guys gonna know who won? Like, it's Bandai people. So
Because
not up to him.
no, people don't have to make Christmas plans or whatnot.
Yeah, right.
Or worry about their time off work or anything like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's like, a drop of a hat. You could go, right?
I don't have a 7-year-old that wants My Little Ponies on Christmas Day. No, I can go to Japan, no problem.
Right.
Bandai's watching this right now. You guys are all screwed.
Oh, well.
Wait, those guys there, I already went. They'll forget.
Good call, Dan. Oh, man, I missed this shit, guys. I'm telling you what.
Why? You kidding me?
Cuz. Just to bullshit with you guys and give you a hard time?
We're giving each other a hard time? Is that what this is?
Is it? I don't know. I'm just saying.
Speaking of hard time, what's Nate doing?
Still working on the same piece.
Now I'm on to the.
Wow, so Nate's progress and my progress on a kit have been the same at this last show. I looked at a box, and by looked I mean I looked in the direction of my garage where it sits.
Terry, aren't you working on a model?
Yeah, I'm gonna go start it. I finished a Nightmare thing recently, but yeah, I'm gonna start work on it this week actually.
So, in other words, you'll start work on it in December?
Nah, I gotta finish like 2 things for the show. I let down last year. I usually put something in every year, but not last, so I felt kind of bad.
Ah.
Damn right you should feel bad.
You're gonna take away your shirt, Terry.
I think it was because last year, wasn't it like Wing theme or something? What was it last year?
No, Unicorn Friends.
What?
Unicorn Friends.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that would be why. I've never watched Unicorn, so I didn't want to put forth the effort.
Dude.
Any front in it would have worked.
Yeah.
Any back would have worked.
No, hold on. Let's go back to this comment that he said. You have never watched Unicorn?
No, I was waiting for it all to come out, and then it finally did, and then I'm like, maybe later.
I haven't finished watching it either.
Wow.
I read it all, if that matters.
No, it really doesn't.
I think I've watched through 5. I don't think I watched 6 or 7.
I watched part of 6, but it was over Mike and Dan yelling at somebody to shut the hell up, so that made it better.
Because he wouldn't shut up.
But that's the charm of the guy, you know? Sure, he might show up at one of our houses and kill us all, but... Wait, this is being broadcast, right?
Yeah.
Go to Clem's house, he said it.
Yeah, no names were mentioned. We're good. You know who you are.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
Yeah, we're hoping.
Yeah, you're probably right. He's in denial.
You may not know who you are, but we sure as hell do.
Yeah, we're going to point it out every time.
Tim, are you actually working on something or just staring at the plate?
I'm kind of off camera. See, I'm beveling the edge here. So,
Maybe you should move the camera so we can see?
man, fuck the camera.
I mean, this is exciting.
Make love to the camera.
And we go back to Dan so he could show off his wonderful glasses.
Glasses? Oh, dude, I got the same ones.
I know.
God, you guys are old. Wait, tell different to me.
Is it getting older fun?
I thought I was bad with the giant light with the giant magnifying glass attached to it.
You are. That's
Did I suddenly join an IPMS build?
You just wait. Your time is coming soon.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Right. Is he 40 yet?
Yeah,
Nope.
isn't Clem old?
No.
Older than me. Short round.
Look at that. Oh. There we go. That's two different colors.
Round works. I think taller than you is not making a short round. What is
Sorry,
that?
man. I haven't been on in a month. I gotta give you shit.
Oh, is that her arm? Oh, that's
Her arm.
Oh, so,
So her
it's,
uniform's got a color separation. So they molded that as two pieces. Beautiful.
that's cool.
That's
How
very
cool
nice.
is that though?
Oh, and I dropped it.
And it's broke. It's over.
Are you gonna worry about pinning that, or are you gonna just glue that together once you're done assembling?
I think I'm just gonna glue it, but I don't know. I've never built a resin figure, so watch it all fall apart at the end. I'll be crying. No, I think it'll be all right.
It should be fine. Just use epoxy glue when you're gluing it together.
There we go. I was wondering, hey, Clem, what do? You know, when you've got these like little seams on the edges, little mold seams, what do you put in those?
How do I sand those?
Huh?
Are you asking how I sand those?
Well, no. What do you put when they're like uneven? You know, like one's higher than the other to smooth it out.
Oh, I sand it down.
You just sand it all the way down. I'm just worried I want to make like a channel by the time I get it all sanded smooth.
It shouldn't be that deep, but
Yeah.
you should be able to use some like light curing putty. Just kind of roughly sand the area and use some light curing putty, and you should be able to like resculpt that very easily.
Okay. The other thing I'm debating is her butt crack. Seriously, because it's got two different legs, and you can't really glue them together and stick them in the body because of the way the plugs work. You know, you can't glue the legs together, fix the butt crack seam, and then glue them in. So I mean, if I sand or shave down some of the resin, I probably can, and then glue the legs together and then glue it after painting to the rest of the body.
Why don't you just pin those legs to the body?
Then I gotta mask it, which defeats the whole purpose of this wonderfully cast multicolored kit.
Well, you don't have to put it together until after you're done painting, right?
No, so I'm trying to tell you is to see how, when the butts when the butts cheeks are together, it can't be pulled out. They go in at an angle.
Yeah. So you want to fill that?
Yeah,
Ah.
I don't know. It's not super bad, but
Wants to fill the crack? Is that what he wants to fill?
yes, I want to fill the butt crack.
Fill my bracket?
Ah,
This is where building figures gets interesting. But yeah, see, it's
I don't think that's that big of a seam.
no, maybe not. I don't know.
I mean, for that, I would just worry. I'd mask. I'd glue
Find the
together,
gap.
paint and
Find the
mask.
gap.
What about that? How's that? Is that worse?
Find the gap.
Hello, Gundam guy.
Oh no, not me!
Let me ask you a question.
This guy's an asshole, right?
Oh, fun with figures. All right. Next color.
Is there any questions in the chat line at all?
Oh,
Happened?
we're talking about Gundam Battle Operation. Did we lose Tim? Haha, we lost Tim.
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
You bounced, huh? Probably got kind of
I'm
quiet.
still painting that same piece. It's awesome.
Oh, no. I've got a whole rack of stuff over here I painted. Just one more of 100,000 pieces I got to paint.
You know, operator.
Yeah, I know. Because I want to get high. Just doing appreciating.
Did Terry fall asleep? He should be monitoring this.
Yeah, he switched over to me. He's still around.
Wake up,
I was
Terry.
gonna go to Japan. But I
Okay.
got
What?
Huh?
Moderate.
You guys are all working on stuff you've already discussed.
do something, Terry.
Nate's still holding his hands together like he's trying to form a heart to me. There you go, audience. He's trying to form a heart.
Well, that's upside down. Yeah.
Oh, the piece fell off.
I'm not gluing it.
Thank you. I won.
Point deduction.
That's how I stifle people's progress. As Mike continues to successfully prime for another kit.
What did you say about me?
I said you continue to successfully prime through kits like they're nothing.
Not primary.
Well, actually,
It looks
most
really
of the
great.
parts most of the parts are already primed. I'm just appreciating quite a few of them.
Ah, alright.
I still got a bunch more that are not primed yet.
You didn't even have you didn't have downtime usually.
Well, because it's a conversion, I have to assemble it in a different order than you would normally assemble this kit. Some parts aren't used from the original kit, and it's taken a little bit longer to plan it out. I got to figure out, okay, some parts I got to build first. I can't just paint it all. So.
Do you have any issues with the EXS, the actual plastic kit itself? Because I know it's not a new kit, that's for sure.
Well, just seam lines. I think as far as master grades go, I was kind of spoiled by the newer master grade kits that don't have a lot of.
Yeah, they're getting way too good.
But this one for sure has a lot of them.
Like, you ever build a Zaku 2.0?
Not yet. I think
there's one seam on that whole kit.
Anyway.
You'll build it in like 15 minutes, Mike.
What?
You'll build it in like 15 minutes.
Yep.
I get it because it's so fast. That's what he means.
Kind of like this piece here. Oh, he just went away from me.
Now you're back.
It's like there's masking, and then there's 3 different colors here, 4 different colors, and then I got another piece that's got to go over this. So all that's got to be painted first, and then before I can even assemble it. So it's just a process. I kind of have to do it as I go here. Some of the things I got to assemble and then paint first. I showed earlier that I got to paint first and then mask off. So it's kind of a pain. I'm definitely spoiled by the newer master grade kits, not this one. This is a 2002. Very old. Anyway, that's it. You can go away.
So we got some questions from the comment section actually. Showed up late, so he's asking what we're all working on. So screw that question. He could rewind this thing. What in the world is Tester's water wash up clears used for? Anyone hear about that stuff?
Water wash up?
Yeah, Tester's water wash up clears.
I assume that's acrylic.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's an acrylic clear. Well, then again, we could probably Google this and figure this one out.
Google is my friend.
I've seen it, but I've never used it. So.
Did Tim ever come back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh, all right.
My laptop took a shit on me and then went blue screen up, so.
Wow.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Sometimes.
I was thinking it. Let's,
So no answers on that question, huh?
What was the question? Say it again.
Tester's water wash up clears.
Yeah, never heard of it.
It sounds like a acrylic clear is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Sounds like a shitty tester's product to me.
Testers make decent products.
No, the Model Masters stuff, yeah, but that's about it.
I still use the old the old school testers, enamel
I'm
paint.
sorry.
Yeah, the stuff. I mean, I've had the stuff for like 20 years almost, and it's still good.
Wow.
Yeah, I bought some Model Master stuff. That's what I use for my enamel wash. Lighter fluid. I use those Model Master enamels.
Yeah, same here.
They seem to work really well.
So, one of my friends decided to try enamel washes on bare plastic,
Uh-oh.
and right now I have his spare parts. I didn't even put the camera on myself.
Are you going to be casting a bunch of parts then?
Yeah, well, it's his upper arm joint piece for his kit. You can see where he had the enamel wash done on this. Well, kind of focuses. So it was his first time experiencing this, and he did it over the bare plastic. And one of the other shoulder that existed completely disintegrated.
Wow.
And this part, I actually had to glue some of this I had to glue this nub back together, and I had to glue this this female gate back together because it's snapping apart. So I need to make a cast of this for him, so he could actually build the kit. But yeah, if I try to squeeze a little on this, I'm pretty sure I could smash this piece apart because of the enamel wash on bare plastic. So call back to a couple of episodes. We had a question about how to avoid that, and yeah, it's
But that was assuming it was painted though too. I mean.
Yeah, that was assuming that it was already painted and cleared. So there's several layers of lacquers protecting the plastic. But if that enamel thinner gets on that plastic somehow, you're screwed.
Hey, you know what? Speaking of washes, I found this product in, I think Michael's the other, like a week ago. Here, give me the camera real quick.
You're on.
So, this stuff right here, Artist Loft, it's basically already mixed liquid watercolor. And what I found is you mix that with like a drop of this Liquitex Flow Aid, and this stuff is actually pretty decent. I wouldn't use it necessarily for panel lining. I'm still an enamel and lighter fluid guy, but this stuff, just for your normal washes and stuff like that, is actually not bad. It has nice pigmentation. It's basically ready to go. You just drop a little drop of this Flow Aid in it, and it goes like nobody's business. It's great. So altogether, I think this was like $3. I think this was like $7, but this will last you years. So it may be an alternative for those guys out there wanting to do this on bare plastic. So FYI.
And what would you use that on if you're not going to use it for panel lining?
Just washes and stuff like that. If you want to do like grit and grime and like on vents and stuff like that. Me personally, I like the look of enamel. This is a little bit lighter when you do it, so you may need to do maybe, I don't know, 2-3 coats of it, or washes, I should say, if you want to use it for panel lining. But yeah, like I said, I'm more of a enamel and lighter fluid guy myself. But it's good stuff.
Cool. So along that line, this is a product I use for some washes. It's acrylic based. It's Americana. And these are like $2 to $3 for one bottle this size. And I thin this with water and use these for washes as well. I've
craft store paint, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just a craft paint.
Yeah, back in my pre-airbrushing days when I would just do the long style, I would make my washes with that stuff. My panel washes.
And it works decently too. And it's acrylic. Water's not going to harm the plastic, so it might be a viable option for folks that don't paint but want to do a panel line using the wash method.
Yeah, and that Liquitex Flow Aid would help that as well. If you add that to just a acrylic and water wash, that Flow Aid will make it flow real nice into panel lines and everything.
Oh.
Is that your airbrush taken apart? Or no, you're just painting parts, Angel. Angel doesn't hear me because he muted himself. Right. Screw him, we're going to mess with Nate again. Nate's giving up on that part. I actually cut him down to size.
Nate,
Finally.
you've gotten too far on that kit. How are we supposed to cast it to finish it ourselves?
No, I don't see the waist. There's a waist there? Did he find the waist?
It's there.
Oh, look at that.
Missing?
Hey, someone go down to San Diego. We need to grab that thing.
Won't we ruin his paint? It looks like there's some kind of coloration on it.
No, it's just dark plastic. It's got two colors. Don't you remember?
Are you going down there, Brent?
No, I don't
It's
remember.
been like 4 years.
Waist part.
Who has the pieces?
They're all at the house except the waist.
Yeah, I have all the parts. I can
Nate
find
has the waist.
What? 6-pack?
Is anybody from the San Diego Gunpla on? You sent out that invite, right?
What?
To the San Diego Gunpla group?
Yeah. See, this is this is our ashtray. It's all dusty.
He's been sitting there for like 4 years now.
Isn't that thing missing a leg or something like that?
The hips.
Oh, we have both legs. We're missing the waist unit.
Nate's got everything we need.
I've still got most of the decals. I might have used a few.
I might have used a few.
I made them and I printed them, so hey, they're fine.
You guys want me to bring the waist? I'll bring it.
It'd be nice to see that thing done.
What, this one?
Yeah,
Ours or his?
ours. Nate's will be done. Seeing this one get finished and at the show would be great.
I'll bring the waist on me.
The kit that took forever.
When does this thing come out?
Oh, I still want to say 4 years ago at least.
Something like that. It's in the box that's labeled random crap.
Nice.
It became random, that's alright.
tired of watching Dan work with his glasses. It's awesome.
Can you see them?
All right, Terry, take over. I'm gonna go paint.
Oh, okay. I guess I can't watch video countdown lists. Let's see where Mike's at.
Video countdown.
I'm still appreciating, guys. I know it's kind of boring, but
Yeah, you're probably the person with the most progress every 2 weeks when it comes to this show.
Dick. I mean,
We have roughly 20 minutes left.
you might be right.
What did you say, Clem?
We have roughly 20 minutes left in the broadcast. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, but still. I think we've seen Mike finish almost 2 kits on the show's life so far.
Yeah, I finished the diorama.
Dan's finished 1, you've finished 1, Clem's you finished 1.
Shake it. Shake it.
Shake it, shake it. So Nate, you switched from the GM right back to the perfect grid, or did you just say, GM could sit there, I don't give a crap?
Yeah, I put the Mr. Circus with the 500 on it, so.
Where'd you happen to find it in Astray? I don't see perfect grids as much anymore. I don't know.
I bought this one at Toy Arena.
Ah. Hell, I just haven't seen them at like Gundam shops or anything. It's been a long time. They haven't really brought out the newest one was the 00 Riser, right? And ever since then it's been blank. Or was there a unicorn?
Yeah, there was the unicorn.
The unicorn one, yeah.
Oh, come on, that's just an all-white kit. They didn't have to work on that with any kind of effort. Yeah, you got any more white plastic to mold? Yeah. Unicorn it is.
Kind of like that F91 I did a while back. It's just almost all white. I had to change it up and put some tan and gray in there just to make it interesting.
Yeah, but that kit was just for like a one-time movie that nobody really watched. That was actually pretty good, but they condensed the series into 2 hours.
Darth Vader.
Yeah, it was Darth Vader.
That's the whole masked nemesis thing a little too far.
I guess. Come on, they compacted a whole series into a movie. That's what it seemed like, because they just threw the plot at you in random bits, and you're like, all right, I guess that happened.
Did it.
It's also, I think, the first Gundam you can see civilians getting killed by like bullet shells flying out of guns rather than the bullets or explosions. I was like, wow, Gundam got gritty and again.
He didn't get killed by the round, he got killed by the expended shell.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, she got killed by the shell.
Sweet.
I'll be back in like 2 minutes, guys.
Yeah.
You're banned, Tim.
Shut up, Terry.
Love you.
Keep it flatter over there.
Everybody leave. Leave now.
Sorry, guys. Show's ending early. Click, click, click.
Where'd you guys go? You guys are dinks.
Just make Tim the moderator and then everybody leave. Talking.
So does Dan, does your kid have full legs, or is she sitting?
Yeah.
I couldn't really tell.
She's
Oh, okay. So she's like in that kind of sit prone position. Oh, that's a chair.
has like a block under her, so she's like kind of kneeling on one leg with the other leg dangling.
Did they make a pirate patch Asuka kit?
Yes, they had it there at the show.
That's the only thing I can remember out of that so far is like shit. Totally had a pirate patch.
Yar.
I didn't watch 3. I only watched 2, so I don't even recall when she got the pirate patch But
Yeah, I ordered 3. I'm still waiting for it. It's some
jeez.
issue with the dub or something. Director didn't like it.
Well, Volks needs to get these kits out more on their website somewhere or a direct arrow to it, because yeah, I like resin kits where it's like, here, we colored them, just piece it together.
Oh, look at this! Look at this shoulder.
Huh?
White, pink, all the different pieces coming together.
Jeez.
There's a few cases where probably like right here, you might have to like heat it up and bend it down a little.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's freaking amazing. That's just it's held together by friction in a couple of fingers. You know, it's all fitting really nice.
It's not like usual resin kits or recasts where you're like, get the hot water and like some pliers. Because most of my resins or recasts are like, all right, I'm gonna have to superheat this and then hit it with a hammer and then freeze it.
And look, that's just friction holding it on.
Nice.
I say tight fit.
It's like a Lego.
Yeah. About as expensive.
Nah, Lego is 10 cents a piece. How many pieces are in this kit?
45. The $2 a piece.
Yeah. I gotta say on the Fennies, there's like a whole sprue enough for legs. Like they give you another set of legs. I just can't figure out what kit it was supposed to go to.
I would assume the wing, right?
I've never built a wing. I don't know.
So another one of the main.
Oh, all right.
I'll use the same thing. Here's another runner with parts for it.
That's the only downside I think when it comes to like the newer kits having less seams. They also cut down on their, like, they don't want to waste much sprue space, so they're just like, just throw these random bits in there too, whatever. Like, so you got these random bits, you're like, can I even do anything with this? It's not like you know, in the case, Dan, you'll know what I mean. Like the double Zeta, I handed you a bunch of pieces. Like I could do a lot with this.
Yeah, a lot of vents and interesting shapes and stuff.
Yeah, this is, hey, here's some calves and maybe half a foot. Like I don't need that for anything.
Give him the angel.
He can't even. He doesn't even have a foot. It won't be able to stand. He'll go crazy. It's like dividing by 0.
Well, he'll love it in its own special way.
All right. Somebody asks, any tips on bending 1/100 people for dioramas? What? Like
Bending them?
bending?
Yeah,
Seems like
I think I know what he's talking about because I tried this with the 144, and I had these. It was I don't know. I tried to do the couple cars I had on the diorama. I wanted to have somebody hanging out of the windshield or something. I just couldn't get them to do what I wanted to. If you got to heat up plastic, you got to be really careful with it.
No, you're not going to be able to bend it if you're like bend arms and legs. You're going to have to like cut the pieces and glue them back together in the shape you want.
Yeah, heating them up doesn't work. They'll just deform and they'll look like a freaking alien.
But if you cut them and glue them back together with plastic cement, that'll melt them back together. It'll work. I mean, kind of painstaking work, but yeah, you can do it. I've done it on larger figures, like down to 172. I don't think I've ever done 1/100s before, but
I don't know. You may be able to boil like with boiling water. You may be able to get away with it.
yeah, maybe those arms are like so tiny.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta heat them up and be careful with it.
Remember in the older kits where they used to give you the pilots in 1/100 scale for the master grade? Do they even do that anymore?
I think so.
Like I have a master. What was his name again? Master Asia. And I have like an Amuro one somewhere.
Oh, you mean the 1/20th ones?
Is that what they were? I thought they were to scale with the kid. Oh no, hell no, they weren't. They were kind of big.
They're really big.
Yeah.
They're having
Someone's asking, hopefully Clem's listening, what's the best way to cast translucent parts? He wants to recast G-portent clear parts in yellow.
It's the same way you cast many regular parts. You just use clear resin.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I mean it's not that hard. If you know how to cast regular parts, you know how to cast transparent parts.
You just need to put them in a pressure pot or something to get the air bubbles out.
Well, yeah, I mean that goes without saying, though.
No, but with a part that's not clear, it's not absolutely as important as it was something that is clear. Obviously, you're going to see that.
Yeah.
That was my point. I wasn't arguing the fact that pressure pot's important. I'm just thinking, especially with clear parts.
Exactly.
And I see someone in the chat's telling me they're doing a perfect grade Banshee now, and he's like, do I have a black complaint? I'm like, no, but it's just a unicorn, right? It's only slightly different. I don't know. Someone can answer me that's watch Unicorn. Isn't the Banshee that look exactly the same as the Unicorn, just in darker colors?
Brown.
Yeah.
Different beef, man.
No, the guy asked a question and said he has no experience in casting, though. You're going to want to practice on some garbage stuff first, then, if you have no experience with it.
Or just source it to Clem.
Pay somebody to do it. There you go.
You're a casting bitch.
Problem solved.
You get him a badge that says that. Casting bitch.
He'll make sure to send the failed ones, too. One of these will disintegrate if you put color on it. Guess which one. So, Mike, after this XS, it looks like you'll have done probably in a month from now. What are you working on after that?
Well,
You actually gonna have some downtime for once?
no, I think it depends. If that commission comes in, I might be busy on that.
Well, Mike's got a pack for Japan.
What was that?
You got a pack for Japan.
Yeah.
You know he's planned every outfit for every day already. At least I know he has.
The confidence.
I know he has.
Don't worry, I'll give Mike confidence again like I did last time before he won. I'll get really hammered and be like, you got this, Mike, and then he'll get it. That's how it works.
Like I said, Tim, thanks for the vote of confidence.
Hey, man, it's all good.
I think it's me or you, dude.
I don't know. There's always unknowns at Comic-Con.
You've never been there?
Nah, it's going to be my first time.
I heard the New York one is better than San Diego in terms of movement, so I think you'll be good. San Diego is a tidal wave of people, usually. You move with the tidal wave.
I'm not talking about the convention itself. I'm just more thinking about the competition, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you got a lot of good guys up there, you know. I mean, you got, Chris, Squee, who, is pretty good. You got Jordan Neidhart, Ed, he's really good. I mean, hell, you got Kevin Zhang, who has won, who was a representative for the past 2 years straight. He's amazing.
Yeah, but I didn't think he's entering this year.
No, he is.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he just started. He's
It should be like a presidential thing. You've already done your 2 terms, bro. You're out.
Yeah. Well, then,
I'm just gonna knock him off.
should be done and over 2 times ago. That junior entry. You know which one I'm talking about, Terry?
No, I haven't kept. I usually, if one of these guys don't make it or someone we know doesn't make it, I don't usually keep up.
Yeah.
I'm just like, it stings more, I guess, even though I'm not the one entering.
It hurts. It hurts.
And you know, you get that. I don't know what. There's got to be a name for this complex, but the person that beat you or somebody that beat one of your friends is like, you better win the whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's called, but it's something that exists in me.
I'm kind of the same way.
We're just
You know that guy's gonna win with like an army of bear guy babies. He's just gonna enter like 1 million of them. Then I'm just gonna question like sanity. Like, I'm sorry, Mike, I don't even know how. I can't explain it, but they're bear guys.
Yeah. They're catchy guys. They're awesome. Oh, come on.
So to knock them off, Dan, that's all.
What's that?
I said that one guy you're talking about, one of the last 2 years. They have to be knocked off, that's all.
Yeah, I mean, he's really good, though, you know, all respect to him.
He should have won last year.
Yeah, yeah. He's very talented, you know, very
I saw what
talented.
he had, it wasn't that good. I mean, it was good, but it wasn't as good as Dan.
What's that?
I said I saw what he had. It was good. It just wasn't as good as Dan's. I thought Dan should
Yeah.
saying that because I'm his friend. I'm just, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I saw Dan's core fighter, and I was blown away by it. So yeah, I kind of got that feeling too. But you know, dude is legit. You know, I'm not going to take anything away from him. So. All in good time. Oh, there we go.
I'm going to put the new Verka on next year if I don't have anything else.
I'll probably come up with some other crazy idea and not get done.
Yeah, that'll probably be me too. Aiming for 2017.
Back to spying on Clem with his painting.
So, Dan, how's the house situation, dude?
We're moving like in a couple of days.
Yeah?
Yeah, we've been packing for like 4 days straight.
Yeah, I saw the box pictures on Facebook.
So yeah, I mean, what I got in front of me is like everything that's not packed up. So we got like the only thing that's not packed up is like the refrigerator, televisions, beds, stuff like that.
Your XCOM machine. That's right. I'm stalking you. It always seems like when I sit at my computer, it's like Dan is playing XCOM. I'm like, duh.
Hey, you haven't been paying attention. I haven't played XCOM in like a week.
Oh man, I haven't been at my computer. You know why?
Yeah, packing sucks.
Yeah. So we should be moved in by Saturday, or we kind of have to be moved in by the end of Saturday.
That's cool. It's a bigger place, yeah?
Yeah, although I don't have a dedicated room. Well, I don't have a dedicated room now, but
Right.
this room's kind of in the back of the house, so it wasn't so bad if I had all my hobby stuff spread all over it.
Right.
We didn't have like a back of the house anymore, so we're probably going to add on.
That's cool. Well, congratulations on the new house, man.
Thank you. Doing build gatherings. I've got a big old room in the front for build gatherings. You can put like everybody in the room, I think.
I'm sure all these other jackholes congratulated you, right?
Some of them did.
Did you just say you can put all the people you don't like in that room?
No, I said I could put everybody in that room.
Oh, I thought you said the people you don't like. I'm like, aw.
No. I said we could put like everybody in that room, probably is what I said. Because like I'm from like California.
Like, no way.
Too soon. Too soon, Dan.
So for what?
Reminded me that the 90s are 20-something years ago.
I think it's more like the 80s. But you're too young to know that.
I was a kid in the 80s, so I didn't get to enjoy it too much.
Valley Girl, the Frank Zappa song.
I remember that.
Like totally.
Yeah, I used to hear that on the radio, and then they made what I call a variation of that song recently, which you've probably heard once in your life, called "Selfie," and I'm like, that's like literally this era's version of Valley Girl.
How's it go?
It's just some chick talking about doing random crap, and then she's got to take a selfie. I'm like, yep, that's this generation's Valley Girl.
Is the song made like by her father, really, and it's mocking her?
No, it's like a techno song.
Oh.
That actually got played on the radio. Angel probably, even though his mic's muted, he probably is like, I can hear that song in my head now.
Yes, and I hate you for it.
All right.
That's mic spam it. Everybody, put it on your phone.
What?
Let's mic spam it.
No, I don't want to bother. I hate the song too. I don't want to think about it.
Mike's like, what? Because I said, I get it now.
All right, guys, we got about 3 minutes left. So, anyone have any plugs that they want to throw out?
Got some hair plugs. Oh wait, no, I don't.
Lisa needs braces. Oh wait, that's dental plan.
SCDMC.
Oh no, the hair plugs is Simpsons. Another Simpsons episode. Never mind.
That's my plug.
Nate, do you want to plug Sandy Go?
No, not really.
Yeah, they do a weekly build gathering at Hobby Central in San Diego.
In Miramar. Or
Miramar,
in San-
right?
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Let's play over? Is it awesome?
That's a pretty good gathering down there. It's a good number of people. So, yeah. Nate's down there. I think the first time we went there was Nate's first time, right?
Yep.
Virgin. That was a good showing. So they had like 20 some odd people, 20 to 30 people. So it's a good gathering of people to build models together with. Mike, anything from you? Building away.
No, I don't have any website or anything. Plug. All right.
Dan's in the middle of moving, so maybe next time when we do this broadcast, he'll have his new. He doesn't even have a new workshop at his place yet, right?
It'll be like a folding table. I've been a folding table for a while until we get whatever I'm going to permanently do in my build.
Cool. Angel?
SCGMC.
California Gundam Model Contest. November 15th, 2015. Friday.
Yeah, that's right.
And shirts. Buy some shirts.
Yeah, buy shirts. We have about 40 shirts left, so do the shirts. I know Tim wants a shirt.
I don't want none of your damn shirts. I got my own shirts.
Hey, I wore your shirt, man. You better wear one of ours.
Save me one.
Cross promotions.
Tim's what? Like
Eddie's.
That guy's a dick.
I am. What did you say, Clem?
What are you, about a small?
A small?
Talking about a shirt?
What are you talking about?
Yeah. Exactly.
Tim's camera's having trouble focusing. Holy crap, George joined.
Hey, what's up? It's about time for this thing to start, right?
Yep.
Hello, George.
Smooth.
What was some stock video? And I think we're out of time. So thanks for joining us. We'll be back in 2 weeks. That's what, August 12th or something like that? Something like that.
Something like that.
That's it.